Hi guys, Graham here, and today I'm going to be talking to you a bit about apprenticeships. I've seen a few videos that people have made about apprenticeships on YouTube before, and usually they're not very helpful. They're more just talking rubbish really. So I thought I'd check out a few tips, as mainly with my painting and drawing videos that I make, I'm trying to help people improve their artwork so they can go the right way about things and get an apprenticeship. So the first thing you need to do if you're thinking about getting into tattooing is decide if you actually really want to do it. Now, what a lot of people think is, oh well, yeah, I'll be really cool if I'm a tattooist, everyone will think I'm awesome. Well, nah, not the case most of the time. You've got to sweep and mop and clean. Everything's got to be clean all the time. You're constantly cleaning, and you know it's not all it's cracked up to be. I mean, it's a good job, but you know, a lot better than a lot of things, a lot better, but it's not, you know, don't go getting disillusioned and thinking it's this like dream lifestyle with all this money, because you've got to work for your money. People think that tattooing's easy money. Oh, you know, just whack a tattoo on someone easy, just, you know, draw it up in 5 minutes, stick it on someone, bash out a tattoo, an hour's worth, get 60 to 80 quid for it. Well, that's not really how it works, because if you do that and you just bashing out rubbish tattoos all the time, then you know, you're not going to get any other customers. No one's going to want to come to you if you're just like, alright, yeah, I'll just freehand this pile of crap on you, 2 minutes, done, right, get paid for the hour. No one's going to come to you, you're not going to get any business, so you're not going to be working most of the time. And if you're, you know, spending time over doing work, you're going to get customers. If you spend like an hour doing a drawing for an hour session, then you're going to get a lot more business, and that's the way it works. You got to go through stages. I mean, you got to like get reference, then you've got to like sketch out your concept to make sure it's all right with the client, then you've got to actually do the design, then you've got to send it to them or show it to them on the day. If they need any changes made or they don't like the design, you've got to redraw it. So there's a lot of work behind the scenes, and then also there's the setting up, breaking down, and you've got to obviously leave a bit of space between clients because people are late or people are early and you don't want to overlap. You know, you've got to work these things out. So there's a lot to it. But if you think you can deal with all that and you think that tattooing is definitely the thing for you, then a couple of tips on getting into an apprenticeship. What people want to see, they don't want to be like, oh, this guy's tattooed at home, he's done like 10 tattoos on his mates, they're all crap, but he's had experience, brilliant, we'll just get him stuck in straight away, stick him in a chair. That doesn't happen. Well, it does happen, but if you get offered a job in a place like that, you wouldn't want to be working there anyway. So what decent people in decent shops are going to want to see, and what I would personally want to see from someone asking for an apprenticeship for me, is an organised portfolio of consistent work. You don't want to have like 2 amazing drawings in that you did last week and they're your best ones, and then some other stuff you did last year that's a bit crap. You want to have a consistent portfolio that is decent quality work. It doesn't matter what style it is, but if it shows that you have an artistic talent, and then that's what people want to see. If someone came to me with a full portfolio of tribal, for example, I wouldn't employ them. I wouldn't give them an apprenticeship. I would say, well, tribal's not my thing, that's your thing, go to someone else. So also you want to target what you're drawing at the people who you're trying to get an apprenticeship with, and you should do your research. You shouldn't just try and get an apprenticeship with anyone. You should, you know, try and pick a tattooist that you like and that does a sort of style that you want to learn, and then get an apprenticeship with them. For example, if I had an apprenticeship with someone who just did Maori all day, I wouldn't have learned anything, because I didn't want to do that. I wanted to do traditional, neo-traditional, and a bit Japanese, you know. At the time I was, you know, wanted to do that sort of thing. So that's what will help you. My apprentice at the moment, she wants to specialise in a sort of more abstract-y, illustration-y version of neo-traditional, and I've been doing neo-traditional for the past 5 years, and mixed in with some old school, so I'm someone who is well suited to train her. A couple of other tips for the artwork that you're showing to tattooists is you want to just not show them random drawings and, you know, just say, I ripped this page out of a sketchbook that I had, but yeah, it shows that I can draw eyes, for example. You wanna draw stuff on a sheet as flash, Now, if you don't know what flash is, then you need to learn a lot. Flash is what tattoo designs are called. When you go into a shop and you look through the sheets of designs, that's called flash. And what tattooists are going to want is they're going to want you to have an understanding of artwork, not just, oh yeah, no, I drew a horse's head. Well, yeah, it might be a good drawing of a horse's head, but what style is it? Why did you draw that? Do you like that style? What is it? Why have you done it? They're going to ask you questions, so you want to be prepared for that. And if you're drawing, say, as I mentioned earlier in the video, Maori, for example, that's got a lot of meaning to it. You can't just draw a random Maori design and stick it on someone, because it's all got different meanings. All the different lines have different meanings in it. You just look into it. If you're doing traditional stuff, it's pretty basic. All the designs, you could think like, oh, it's just a pin-up. So what? It's just a traditional pin-up. Well, it originated in America. Soldiers got it. Navy guys got it. But if it's someone like me giving you an apprenticeship, I would ask you questions on it, and I would say, well, so who are your favourite old school tattooers? And if you just be like, Silly Jerry, I'd probably be like, well, that's obvious. Come on, give me some information. You want to have a background knowledge. You want to be able to like show that you've actually looked into it, show that you're interested. Because one thing I've always found hard to judge with people is how dedicated they're going to be to tattooing. Because anyone could spend a couple of weeks drawing up, say, 20 sheets of flash, just churn a load out quickly, and be like, actually, yeah, I want to be a tattooist, and then go and hand them in, and then you'd be like, wow, yeah, you've got like a portfolio of flash here, like, it's good stuff. You must be dedicated. But I've had a few apprentices that I've said, like, how dedicated are you going to be to this thing? Are you going to be on it? Are you going to be in every day? Are you going to be willing to clean and just, clear up my crap for like 2 years while I'm teaching you? And they're like, yeah. After a few months, they lose all interest. They start not coming in as much, and it's just the way it goes usually. So that's one thing I've always found hard to judge. But one thing that will prove that you are dedicated is if you know a lot about your subject matter, and a lot about the history of tattooing. You've shown them that you've studied in it. Maybe you've got some old funny tattoo stories to tell that you've learned about. If you're watching this video, it shows that you've actually made an effort to put into YouTube, how to get an apprenticeship. So you are researching it, obviously, so you want to know about this stuff. So get some books, go on Amazon, get some books about tattooing. And to be honest, I wouldn't believe a lot of the stuff in some of these books, because some of them are rubbish. But if you get the good ones, then you'll pick up some stuff. You have to filter out the crap, but that will help you a lot. And in apprenticeships, just so you know, you're going to have to literally clean for a long time. You're going to be scrubbing tubes, you're going to be loading the ultrasonic, you're going to be cleaning out the ultrasonic, you're going to be bagging up tubes, you're going to be sticking in the autoclave, you're going to be running the autoclave, you're going to be putting things back after the tattooist is done with them, you're going to be setting up for them, you're going to be cling filming crap loads of stuff all day, and you're going to be mopping, you're going to be sweeping, you're going to be wiping down chairs, you're going to be tri-gening the crap out of the whole shop all the time, you're going to be cleaning cupboards, you're going to be cleaning the inks, you're going to be cleaning the shelves, you're going to be doing that all day, and most importantly, you're going to be making tea. And the reason that this is done is because you want to know that someone's dedicated. If they're doing all that just to learn, then they're dedicated. And the other reason for that, the most important reason for that, is that once you've cleaned a tube 1,000 times, you've got it in your head. There's no mistakes. It's not like, oh, I'm going to clean this tube out now, and now I'm going to touch the tap and turn it off. Seems like a perfectly normal thing to do, but if you've got dirty gloves on that are contaminated with blood from a freshly used tube, then you stick it on the tap. You've touched the tap with a dirty glove, it's contaminated. The next person that comes along and touches that tap has got a contaminated glove. And then they could touch something else which is then used on a client, they've got someone else's blood on them. So the reason why you make someone clean so much and just do all this bitch work is for their own good, and it's for the safety of your clients. So bear that in mind when you go for an apprenticeship, and if the tattooist asks you to do something, be respectful, do it straight away. Don't ask questions, just do all the work they ask you to do, and it will show them that you're worth training. I think that's about it. Can't think of any more information I need to give you, so if you have any questions, just comment on the video. I always reply to most of my comments, or I always try to reply to every comment. If this has helped you, don't forget to subscribe, and if this video has offended you in any way, or you think I've given some false information, don't get all butthurt about it, just let me know. Oh, and like the video. Thanks for watching.